Today's Extra.
We're back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Today, Chatham takes on YD here at Veterans Field. Before first pitch, it's time for the Manager Show. Joe Puccio here with Marty Lees, as always. Marty, a 12-12 tie yesterday, and was that one of the weirdest games you've managed?
Yeah, probably one of the weirdest games we've ever been a part of. It was frustrating on some waves, and then you see how it ended up and how our kids competed, and it just was awesome to be around.
Were there conversations between you and the umpires as to the sunlight being an issue in yesterday's game?
Yeah, they were warning us as, the mound visits were happening, and as we're getting, scores getting out of hand. We're down 12-2 at the time, and I could see earlier, because they've been there before, that there could be lighting issues, but, we just went as long as we could.
Your first game that you managed, you said that you could split the game in two halves. Could you do the same thing with yesterday's game?
Yeah, maybe in thirds. Yeah, Trey Gibson didn't have probably his best outing, but what Trey did is that he, he could have given in first, second, third inning, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted to give this. We're short on pitching from the get-go, but what Trey did is he went back out and battled, and I think our kids actually fed off of that. So I'm glad that he did that, and then Liam Paddock did a really good job when he came in, and he got the outs that he was supposed to.
How'd you think your offense performed yesterday?
Towards the end, great. Yeah, their starting pitcher was very good. I think he's going to be up for the Cape Pitcher of the Year. He's very good. We actually scored more runs on him than any other team this year, and so I felt good about that. We just got a little out of hand. We had some walks, and then you add a couple more errors to it, and those runs all scored. But in the end, when you evaluate the complete competition of our team, is outstanding.
Marty Lees here on the Manager Show. Marty, what'd you talk to your team about after the game yesterday?
It was short. They wanted to keep on playing. They knew we were going to win. I mean, we had bases loaded, and somebody was going to knock in runs, and we were going to shut them out. So I think they were encouraged the way they came back, knowing that you can do whatever you put your mind to. We were in a situation for a majority of the game that there really wasn't much offense to be given, except for just get a bunch of base hits. And if they walk you, take it. Become very good in the strike zone. And we saw a lot of good pitches. We took a lot of bad pitches, and eventually we put something together to put us in a situation to win that game.
You talked about your team having encouragement to finish yesterday's game. Have you seen that fire and energy from your squad at all this year?
Yeah, I see it every game. I do. I feel very good about the way these kids compete every single game. Sometimes it doesn't end up the way we want, but I've never doubted, one kid on this team's effort, energy, spirit, caring for one another, and yesterday was another testament to it.
We're almost at the three-quarters mark of the season. How would you evaluate this year?
Well, we've definitely had ups and downs, probably more downs when you look at the wins and losses. But I've been very encouraged the last couple of weeks. I feel like, besides the effort, I feel like kids are getting better. I think they're getting better all over the field, whether it be an outfielder, an infielder, a hitter. I saw Seppings and Jimenez down in the bullpen, and they were talking about grips on a ball. And Seppings was wanting to know how Jimenez was getting his ball to do a certain thing. And so those conversations, that's really fun when those conversations are happening. And then you hear Aiden Miola talking to another player today about his Caden Kent setup and why he likes to do that and what makes him see the ball a little bit better. So those things you can't get if you don't play baseball. So they become a really good team that way.
Are you guys scoreboard watching the East standings at all?
No, we're just I don't know what the standings are. I know we're down at the bottom, and right now the most important thing for us is to get a good start, score a bunch of runs, and we've had about 3 games now where we've waited to the end to get done what we wanted. And if we'd had just one more inning or a little bit, no fog or no rain or more lighting, and the message is, hey, let's do it a little bit earlier so we don't have to go through those things, because those could be 3 wins that put us in a completely different situation.
We saw you guys get some new sandals before today's game. Yeah. Are you excited about wearing those new kicks?
You know what? I haven't really seen them yet. I'm sure one of my kids will try and take them from me when I take them home anyway.
Todd Shelton says he's more of a flip-flop guy. Are you more of a flip-flop or sandals guy?
More of a flip-flop. Yeah, flip-flop for sure.
Well, you heard it here first. Flip-flop companies. Get Marty Lees some new shoes. Marty,
Yes.
thanks for the time.
Thank you.